voice of your spirit guides, again, they will feel loving, peaceful, comforting, reassuring, and oftentimes, in my experience, very simple and very straightforward. So the voice of your ego doesn't feel the same way. I get asked that very often. It's like, how do I know if it's the voice of my spirit guides, or if the voice of my ego, if I'm making this up? Always bear in mind that your spirit guides will have a loving, peaceful tone, and their messages will be very loving and very reassuring. And from my experience, again, very simple and very straightforward. It's never like something super complicated that will make you confused. Sometimes it's so simple that it's annoying. I like sometimes get messages like trust your intuition or believe it, surrender. But these are really like the main core messages that they want us to know. And the voice of our ego does not feel the same way. I also know, because I've been practicing, I through meditation especially, I know that when I hear voices coming from my left side, I know that that's my spirit guides or my intuition, which is in itself a direct link to spirit, divine, God, the universe, your ancestors. So sometimes what you feel is your intuition, maybe just one of your guides. All right, so now I'll talk about 6 ways to connect with them, practical ways. And for me, meditation is like number one. The constant daily practice of meditation will definitely enhance all of your senses, your sixth, your seventh, your eighth, your ninth senses, and it will open the channels to communicate with your guides. And for me, again, from my experience, it was a game changer. When I started meditating every day, I started telepathically communicating with them, and I just felt them present around me. And another thing that I started doing too a few years ago was writing, sometimes, especially right after meditation. I believe that writing in itself is a form of channeling. And so if you do free writing or journaling, this will definitely also open the channels to access messages from your guides. Um, there is something called automatic writing too, which is when you're just writing and you kind of don't know what you're writing. That's a way of channeling, and it's super powerful. I get a lot of messages from writing. Number three is through dreams. Like I said in the beginning of the class, like I started having a sort of communication with my dad in my dreams. So he would come into my dreams, and some of your dreams may be you connecting with your guides and receiving their guidance in a way, in some way. And I personally believe that the practice of meditation will also increase your ability to remember dreams or even have lucid dreams. If you're someone who doesn't have dreams very often, two things, two tips that I'll give you is be consistent on your meditation every day, and try setting intentions just before you go to bed. And intention can be as simple as tonight I will dream. You're telling your subconscious that you're going to dream, and you will remember upon awakening. So all you do is tonight I will dream, and I will remember my dreams upon awakening, because we dream every night. It's just that sometimes we don't remember, and dreaming in itself is astral traveling. It's just that we're not aware of that. And number four, we have Oracle and Tarot cards. They can be a nice addition to your kit and ways to connect with your spirit guides. Usually, they bring messages regarding how you feel at one particular moment or a particular day. I personally don't use them much, but there are thousands of these options. I know Kyle Gray is someone who has various decks of oracle cards, specifically with angels. So if you're interested, I recommend. And five, this is what I said before: signs, coincidences, synchronicities. They are always happening. It's just that sometimes we're not aware of them. When you trust and you keep your constant, consistent spiritual practice and you remain open to their guidance, you will start noticing more of these. And the thing with coincidences and synchronicities and signs is just we really have to remain open. We really have to remain with our hearts open, because they will not happen the way we think they will happen. Sometimes it can be very subtle, sometimes it can be very in our face. um, and they work in ways that we understand. So for example, I am a singer songwriter. I always pay attention to the lyrics. So sometimes when there's a song that randomly starts playing, or there's a song in my mind for no reason, I pay attention to the lyrics, and usually I understand why I have that song in my mind, or I see it as a sign. Um, cool. And last but not least, number 6 is believe. I know it sounds very simple and very silly, but it's the most important one. Whatever you do will only hold true value if you believe in them, if you believe in spirit guides, if you believe that they're always guiding you, if you believe that they're trying to communicate with you, if you believe the voice of your intuition. If you're doubting the voice of your intuition, believe it. Choose to believe it. Believe the signs, believe the synchronicities, because I know firsthand we tend to doubt. Like sometimes we go meditate, we have a really nice experience, and then we start doubting because our ego or our logical mind doesn't rationalize it. But that's the most important thing, is to believe. This is actually one of the messages I got from my guides a few years ago, all the time in my meditation, in my writing. Believe, believe, believe. And I just thought that can't be a message from them, because it's just way too simple. But believe the simplicity of the messages too.